has been a very emotional 10 days for so many of us.
Yeah.
Witnessing the killing of George Floyd has affected me deeply, as I'm sure it's affected many of you deeply as well. From sadness to anger as police officers killed a man and three others watched, to a glimmer of hope by the worldwide protests and marches and the officers who joined in with those protesters.
Yes.
George Floyd's death is a tragedy, but it's a tragedy that has been repeated too many times in too many American cities. From Ahmaud Arbery to Breonna Taylor to Eric Garner to Michael Brown, the list goes on and on and on. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said that riots are the language of the unheard. I hope America can finally hear the plight of the underserved and the empty promises of justice. I hope America recognizes that the decades of discriminatory policies have led us straight to this moment. The murder of Mr. Floyd was certainly the straw that broke the camel's back, as African American communities have endured centuries of overt racism, systematic racism, and the death by the people who were sworn to protect and serve us. Nationally, it's time that we open a comprehensive dialogue between law enforcement and the African American community. It is also time for us to plan, strategize, organize, and mobilize as a collective body to ensure that we can finally put this sad era in our nation's history behind us. It is my hope, and should be the hope of every American, that justice will at last prevail and that we strive for a more perfect union.
Amen.